Chris, we just got done playing a round of golf here at Anthem Country Club, and you told me some things about veterans and VA loans that really surprised me.
Yeah, and there's a kind of a lot that a lot of people don't know about VA loans, especially here in Maricopa County. One of those things is that, last year we were #1 in the nation for VA home loan volume. So we had, over 4,400 VA purchases, just purchases alone last year, which, equate to about 18 purchase closings per day.
Yeah.
Grand total with refinances and everything, we had over 7,500.
That's just an incredible number.
It's huge. And a lot of folks don't know too, that also Maricopa County has the second highest veteran population in the nation.
I didn't know.
Behind LA County. So there are a lot of, veterans in Maricopa County that are obviously using their VA loan to purchase real estate, to, do refinances and take cash out. And that's why I always say it's important for realtors that, even if you don't specialize in VA, it's always good to kind of familiarize yourself with it, because the likelihood is at some point, you are going to be helping a veteran purchase a home, or you're going to have a listing that is going to get a VA offer.
Yeah.
So if you're kind of unfamiliar with the VA loan and how it works and the, the ins and outs, or have somebody that you can go to, for questions and answers, it's going to happen at some point.
And I am not nearly knowledgeable as I should be about VA loans, and I know I should be asking my buyers if they're a veteran or not, because there's so many advantages to using a VA loan, even in the luxury market, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just some of the perks alone are no down payment, no mortgage insurance, and then the VA did away with home loan limits about 5 or 6 years ago, to where there's no longer any loan limits on VA loans. So especially in the luxury market, for sure, because whether it's a $3 million, $4 million home or a $300,000 loan, the VA guidelines don't change for us as a lender. So, we can still get you to the closing table in 21 to 30 days. Whereas with jumbo financing, now it gets a little more tricky, because you have to underwrite to that certain investor. They might want to underwrite it as well, where now you've got 2 underwrites, you might have to get 2 appraisals. It just gets a lot more convoluted and, more detailed on the jumbo route. Whereas the VA, it's the same no matter what. It doesn't change just because of the loan amount.
I think for a lot of us, the misperceptions still linger about, VA loans, they take a lot longer and the appraisals are much stricter. It's really not the case.
No, it's really not. And, I think obviously the agents that have been around for a long time, it kind of used to be that way.
Yeah.
But the VA is always working to make the VA loan better, to get more veterans to actually take advantage of it, and get realtors that want to work with veterans and lenders that will then serve veterans. Because one of the crazy statistics out there is, over 80% of veterans are homeowners, but less than 15% have used their VA loan.
Really?
It's wild, right? And it's because lenders don't necessarily understand how the VA loan works. They don't know how to do it. So they'll try to talk a veteran into either going FHA or conventional, or you'll have, and I've literally seen this, realtors that will not accept a VA offer on their listing because they think that it's a harder loan, or it's not going to close, or whatever.
It's those old misperceptions.
Yeah, absolutely. Things that might have been 20, 25, 30 years ago. But now, like I said, it's such a good loan. And if you're working with a VA lender that knows what they're doing, it's honestly, it's easy.
So you work for Benchmark Mortgage. You specialize in VA loans.
Correct. Yeah. Being a Marine Corps veteran myself, 90 to 95% of all my business is VA. And so we're very, passionate about it and serious about what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And secondly, if anybody has questions about VA loans, Chris is an expert and would be happy to talk to you about that. And I appreciate this information. It's very educational for me. And let's go play some more golf.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right.